Hey guys, welcome back to Berry's Corner. It's Emily here, and today I'm going to be doing a 24-hour readathon. I've done a couple of 24-hour readathons in the past, and I've always been very successful with them. And so recently I've been wanting to do another one, however, it's just never been the right time. But this week I'm on spring break and it's just been the perfect time. So I'm going to do a 24-hour readathon from 5 p.m. today to 5 p.m. tomorrow. I am not doing the midnight to midnight thing. I feel like you get less sleep that way, but I am going to be trying to stay awake as long as I possibly can. But I do have 3 books that I want to for sure read today. The first one being The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I am halfway through this book. This is a buddy read between or with me, my uncle, and my aunt. My uncle is absolutely adoring this book, and he's not like a reader, like he's not an avid reader. So I'm excited that he's really liking this book. I have about 300 pages left, and for sure I can finish this book today. If you don't know what this book is about, it is told in the perspective of death. And he's telling this little girl named Liesel's story in Germany during World War II, and her family is housing a Jew, and at the same time, she is stealing novels from the Nazi burnings where they burn like all of the Jewish stuff, especially Jewish stories. So she's stealing Jewish stories, and it's so freaking good so far. So I'm super excited to finish. Also, everybody says I'm gonna cry, so if I don't cry, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. The second book is The Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams. I said, if you watched my April TBR, that I had to read this for my literature class. I already finished my assignments. I already finished my test on this book. However, I skimmed this book and I did not feel comfortable saying that I completed this book on Goodreads. It just made me feel bad. And so it's pretty short. And I know I can get through this book within an hour, or honestly 30 minutes. Like, it's really not that long. And so I'm excited. And so I want to read it again, so I can mark it off on Goodreads and I don't feel bad in my soul. If you don't know what this book is about, it is basically a memory play of this family in like the early 1944, when America's economy was down, and they live in this apartment and they're all feeling very trapped. It's the mother, the son, and the daughter, and it's a memory play in the mind. We're watching it through the son's perspective. It was pretty good. I really enjoyed it, and so I'm going to reread it. Sort of reread it because I skimmed it the last time. And yeah, I hope I enjoy it. I mean, I know I'll enjoy it. And then the last book is The X Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. This is about a girl named Shay Goldstein, and she's a producer at a radio station, but her views have been down recently, so she gets this idea to bring exes onto the show to give relationship advice. However, they don't really have the budget to do so, so her boss is like, no, you and this guy that you really don't like are gonna pretend to be exes and do your idea. And so she does that, the views go up, but however, she's afraid that it's gonna get out and her career is going to end. There's been a lot of mixed feelings on this book, so I hope that I enjoy it. I want to see how I feel about this book. But I know that I'll get to all of these books today 100%, but these are not all of the books that I am planning on reading. I am planning on going to the library in a little bit to see if I can get Danny Brown. Take a hint, Danny Brown. If they don't, that's totally fine. I'll just read another book, but I'm not sure what other books I'll be reading. But those 3 for sure I'm going to be reading today. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hey guys, so I am back from the library. I'm also halfway through The Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams, and I'm enjoying it. This is a play, and it is super short, and I'm just feeling like it's just everything is happening so fast, and I'm like, let's just slow it down a little bit, Let's just get a little bit more meat. But I've already read a lot of it, so I'm just waiting for the good stuff to happen. It is 5:35 right now, so I'm getting through this quick, and I believe before 6 o'clock I can definitely finish this book. I am in the same spot, but I finished The Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams, and I really enjoyed it. It is 6 17. It did take me a little bit longer because somebody was texting me. I need to stop going on my phone. I really need to stop. But I really enjoyed this book. I loved seeing each character's individual struggles, with Tom and him finally getting freedom, but also feeling the guilt of finding freedom. And then Amanda with her wanting the best for her children, but her children not wanting what she wants for them, if that makes sense. And then Laura trying to find confidence, but it's such a struggle for her. It's reality, and reality is a struggle sometimes, and that is what this showed. But I don't know if I want to rate this book. I don't know how to rate it. It was super short, and so I feel weird rating it. I don't know. I think it would be a 4 or a 5 stars if I were to rate it, but I don't know what I would rate it right now. So yeah, I think next I'm gonna pick up the X Talk. I was thinking of picking up the Book Thief, but I don't know. I think I want to save that for the nighttime.
Not you using your puppy voice in that.
So it is 9:10, and I am 112 pages into the X Talk. I'm reading it so slow. But I did have dinner and I did go on a walk with my family. So there was that did take away time from my 24-hour readathon. But still, I'm reading this book so slow. I'm a third of the way through, and honestly, I'm enjoying it. I find the banter between the two main characters so cute. I really like the banter. Um, I don't really like the little side plots of like her getting a little dog and like her and her mom getting a new boyfriend and all that stuff. Like it's okay. It's not like horrible, but it's just not what I'm like obsessed with, I guess. I do like the diversity in this book. The male love interest is Korean, I believe. He's Asian. And we love that. I love that. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. Hopefully it doesn't go downhill. I am only a third of the way through, so there is a little bit of time to for it to go downhill, but I have high hopes. I think I'll, if it goes the way that it's going now, I'll give it a 4 stars. Hey guys, so I am halfway through the X Talk and it is 10:30 right now. I am going a little bit slow, but that is okay. We're going to get through it. Right now, I'm really liking the topics addressed, like about interracial couples, and also just how men are more favored in the workplace than women. I appreciate the talk about that, and I'm enjoying it so far. I still like their relationship. I think some stuff is gonna go down. We still have again half the book to go. So I know some stuff is gonna go down. Let's see if I like the stuff that goes down. But right now I'm gonna take off my makeup because we know it's looking a little bit rough. But yeah, I will update you guys when I finish this book. It's 1 a.m. and I am barefaced. I also finished The X Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon, and I enjoyed it, but I also understand why people do not like this book. The main character is just, I like her. I sort of like her, but she is annoying. She overthinks a lot of things. The author tries to add quirks to her and to the book in general, and you're just like, don't do that. Just stop doing that. It just adds something to the story that should not be there. On the other hand, Dominic, the male love interest, so freaking cute. I love him. I love him so much. Like, I'm not saying that his communication skills are perfect, but when he realizes that his communication skills are lacking, he's like, let me fix that. And then he does, and he's so amazing. I love him so much. The whole time I was like, let me give this a 4 stars. But near the end of the book, I was like, let me not do that. This book, every single time I think about it, it annoys me. I feel like every single time I think back on this book, it kind of aggravates me a little bit, but I did enjoy it. The age gap between them, she is 29, he's 24. I lived for that. I loved that. So I enjoyed it. It does aggravate me a little bit, so my end rating is going to be a 3.5. And I think that's a good solid rating for this novel. And I think The Book Thief is going to be the book that I pick up next. I'm a little bit tired, but not really. By the time that I film this, it is 1:14. So, yeah. I'm sleepy. It's 2:30. I have 150 pages left of The Book Thief, but I find myself like skimming some parts, which I never do with this book, not because it's boring. I literally just got to a really good part and I'm like, no, I don't want to like zone in and out of this book, especially in the ending. So I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a nap for like an hour and a half. That's not long. I'm 100% finishing this book today. And 3 books in a 24-hour readathon is really, really great. And 100% I'm reading another book after that. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna go take a nap. It happened. It made me cry. I'm crying. I'm Oh my gosh. I'm just and it wasn't even over. I thought it was going to be over a death. 100% I thought it was going to be over a death. Oh my gosh. Oh my freaking gosh. It happened. It happened, guys. It happened. It's 8:15 and I finished The Book Thief and it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. It was so freaking good. Okay. First my nap. I slept for 3 hours. It was a light sleep, so I didn't really feel like I got any sleep at all, but whatever. I finished The Book Thief. And Liesel's story, oh my gosh, it was so good. Just seeing her relationship develop with Hans and Rosa, her foster parents, and then Max and Rudy, the friends that she makes along the way. It was so good and beautiful and cute, and especially in a hard time, like having a cute relationship with a Jew, being a German, that is so hard to come by and like in a book, and it was just so adorable and cute but hard hitting, and it was so perfect. And then having Death being the narrator was perfect, hands down the best narrator I could have ever asked for this novel. He was amusing in the right moments, yet just told the story so perfectly. It was so good, so again just perfect. I cannot tell you the correct, like, that's it, it's just perfect. um I was afraid, like 100 pages in, like to the ending, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna give this a 5 stars, because throughout the whole entire novel, although I did like Death as the narrator, Death gave a bunch of foreshadowing and was like, a bunch of people are gonna die, and I was like, okay, this person dies, and he tells like not exactly how they're gonna die, but they're like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it because I don't want to like be too spoilery. But they basically just say a bunch of specific people die. And I'm like, what the heck? Like now you tell me that these people are going to die and now I'm expecting it. And so I was 100 pages to the ending. I was like, yeah, this is not it. Like I like the book, but it's just definitely not anything mind blowing, and I'm not gonna cry. And then that wasn't the point of the story. Death wasn't the point. Yes, death was horrible, and what she had to go through was horrible at what, 14 years old? But I did not cry at the death part. That wasn't the part that I cried at. It was everything. Oh my gosh, just the friendship, the love in this story, the family aspect. It was so beautiful. I loved it so much. I don't know what other book I'm gonna pick up next. I have no idea. I did not plan. When I went to the library, I did not pick up another book. They did not have some good books at the library. I don't know why. But yeah, 5 out of 5 stars. Loved this book so much, and I cannot wait to talk about this book with my uncle and my aunt. Hey guys, so it is 11:30 right now, and I picked out Smash It by Francina Simone. I am halfway through, and if you don't know what this book is about, it's about a girl named Liv, and she is done with anxiety getting the best of her. So she creates an effort list where basically she tries to become more confident and more bold, and part of that is to kind of invest in some relationships, specifically 3 relationships, and 2 of them involve both of her best friends. I'm halfway through and I'm not really liking it. If I were to rate it right now, I would rate it a 2 star. I'm just not liking it. I feel like both of the guys aren't interested in her, and I know that in the end they're probably gonna reveal like, oh, they loved her the whole time. But it's just so frustrating because she's mad at them for like investing in other relationships, and she's making it so dramatic and so annoying when it's really not that big of a deal. And it reads so young, and I'm not invested. I'm not enjoying it. I'm not really liking it. So yeah, I don't know. It's not that great. I feel like maybe it'll get better because I'm only halfway through. So I'm kind of excited to see where the ending goes, but not too excited. I think the most it'll go up to is a 3 stars. So it's 1:20, and I finished Smash It by Francina Simone, and I do not think this book is for me. The first half of this book, I just could not keep myself entertained, I guess. And then just the book as a whole, I feel like there's just a bunch of conflicting ideas. Like, this book read really young, yet the whole book is basically talking about sex, and you're like, okay. I feel like there was just too many relationships trying to be explored in this book, and it wasn't fleshed out fully, and it didn't mesh well, in my opinion, of course. And it just didn't work well, the whole book as a whole. The main character was a bit annoying, and I didn't appreciate that. But there were things that were done well in this book, like the diversity I really appreciated, and there were some moments that I thought were pretty cute, specifically at the end with the relationships. But overall, I don't think this is a book that I will read again. It really just didn't mesh well with me, and it's a 2 star for me. I don't know what book I'm going to read now. It's 1:30, so, like, what could I read until 5? I don't know. I'll have to get back to you guys on that. I decided I'm going to read Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds, the graphic novel. Is this upside down? Yes, it is. The graphic novel edition, because I bought it and I needed an excuse to read it. And also, I don't think I could read any other novel in that amount of time. So I'm excited to get to this book. Hey guys, so this is the end of the 24-hour readathon, and it is 3 p.m. So I could read another graphic novel to make it 6 books that I read in one day, but I think 5 is plenty. I am tired. I want to go take a nap. So I will be showing you guys all the books that I read and then retelling you guys the rating that I gave them. But first, let me tell you what I thought of Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. If you don't know what this book is about, it's about a guy named Will, and his brother Sean has been shot dead. And in his neighborhood, there are 3 rules. 1, no crying. 2, no snitching. And 3, always get revenge. And so it follows him getting his brother's gun and on an elevator ride down to the lobby to go get revenge, and every single level that is going down, another person from his past comes on and kind of weighs his decision and tries to show him, is he making the right decision. I don't know if I made any sense there, but I think I did. I really enjoyed this book. I feel like the what is it? The drawings just added another layer of beauty to this already beautiful novel. And I just loved it. It was so stunning and beautiful. And I definitely think it's an African American novel that you need on your shelves to diversify it. It's so good. It's so beautiful. I don't know which one I like better, the graphic novel version or the regular version, because the descriptions in the regular novel are just so beautiful and I love them so much. I think in the end I'm going to give this book a 4 stars. It just doesn't have everything that the regular novel has, but I so love this. I love the graphic novel edition so much, and I definitely think everybody should check it out. But the first book that I read was A Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams, and I think I'm going to give this a 4 stars. I loved the family dynamic in this book, and I loved everything in this novel. However, I feel like it's a little bit too short for my taste. The next book I read was The X Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. Every single time I think about this book, it kind of aggravates me a little bit, but I did think it was cute. I did like the banter between the main characters, and in the end, I gave this book a 3.5 stars. And the next book I read was The Book Thief by Marcus Suzak. Why did I blank on his name? He's so iconic. And I absolutely love this book. It was so good. Such a good read. I don't read historical fiction, and I think this just proves that I should be reading historical fiction. 5 out of 5 stars, hands down. You saw me cry, and I 100% want to read this again. And the last book, well, not the last book, but the second to last book before I read A Long Way Down, Smash It by Francina Simone. I gave this book a 2 stars. It did not mesh well with me, was not good, not in my opinion. It just wasn't great. I don't recommend it. So those were all the books that I read in 24 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this was somewhat entertaining. I hope that I didn't ramble on too much. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, comment down below, do whatever you want to do, and goodbye.